What up, guys? Richard here. I'm here with an updated Nekroz Deck profile for you. I'm here with the January 2015 format for the deck. Happy New Year to you guys, and Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, whatever you guys celebrate. I've tweaked the deck to the new format's liking. I added and took out a couple cards. As you can see, I'm no longer running the Warning. For those of you guys who have seen my previous deck profile, Solemn Warning was the one trap I ran in here. I either never saw it or it was just way too late in the game to even bother using it. So I took it out and I found a couple other things that are going to make up for it anyway. So without further ado, let's get on to this new deck. We stuck with the 3 Monjus. 2 Denko Seika is same thing as before. Double Shrit. I, unlike most people, love the tour guide engine. I'm running 2 tour guides, and 2 instead of 1 generally serve rituals. I think 3 is pushing it a little much. I think this deck only needs 2. He is the Vanity's Emptiness of your deck, and a lot of people, I get bashed a lot for using the tour guide engine, but quite frankly, if I wasn't using the tour guides, I would just be using Mage, or I would throw in maybe Cycle. But quite frankly, you don't need Cycle, the 3rd Nekroz spell in this deck. You really don't. Everyone complains. They're like, well, why aren't you running it? It's essential. I'm like, it's really not. It's basically another Kaleidомir. But really, I have multiple times OTK'd with this deck. It's very simple. It's very quick. And Tour Guide is basically just an extra summon for an extra condition of like rank 3s, or an easy way to get Jin out so I can use his effect on something like Trishula or Gungnir. And finally, moving on to the ritual monsters themselves, we have 1 Decisive Armor, 3 Brio, 3 Colossalis, 3 Trishula instead of 2. Its targeting effect has come in handy many of times, especially now that Black Wings are going to come up again. Fiendish Chain is still around. It's becoming more and more used. All those targeting negations are going to help you, and it's very easy to get him out quickly, especially if you can open up with him in hand. 3 Unicorn, and 2 Gungnir. I could run 3 if I want to, but this is really how the essential ritual monster stack could be. Like Trish, I could only use 2 if I wanted to. Stick with 40 cards rather than 41, but quite frankly, I like 41 cards. I think it's just a nice number, 41. You have that one extra card that no one else will think of. And plus it gives you a little more variety to work with. I like the idea. I like having no more than 45, but quite frankly, that scares me. That's why I like going no more than 41, maybe even 42. If I wanted to, I'll throw in another Gungnir for protection or something like that. Anyway, moving on to the spells. The essentials, 3 of each ritual spell, minus Cycle, 3 Preparation of Rites, 3 Rhoda. This is for the Colossalis or the Shrit search. It's very good opening game. It's very good late game if you have no other options for summon, and you can easily get a search. And now for the new format stuff, we got 2 Dark Hole. This is just to replace the Warning. This is the protection of the deck. It's very good. And since the train deck's not really going to be a thing, their level 10 Felgrand is really not going to be an issue, because we don't get anything from that deck, so this is going to be the response for almost any deck, especially Mirror Match. But the best thing for Mirror Match is definitely Snatch Steal. The 1 Snatch Steal. This is the card that I loved coming back from the format, because this will win you games. I actually just got done with a Mirror Match. I held them off for 3 turns with a Decisive Armor under Jin's effect and a Trishula under Jin's effect. He ended up Tsukuyomiing both of them and summoning BLS and banishing the armor. I just Snatch Stealed him for game. But like I said, this deck is very quick. Basically, the OTK, the way it works, if you can get Monju or Denko, either one of the level 4s, Trishula and Unicorn on the field with a Decisive Armor in hand, and then main phase 2 after battle phase summon Gaga Cowboy, that's your OTK. I could show you guys later in another video how the OTK actually works, but for now, that's how I'm going to explain it. Like I said, I will show you later how it actually works, but for now, we will move on to the side deck. We're siding 2 MSTs. Sometimes the extra back row protection is a little necessary, and other times, like, you really... Some decks you don't need Denko Senka. I know one of my best friends, he hates Denko Senka, but I think this deck... I think this card just kills a lot of decks. We have 2 Mirror the Ice Barrier. This is very good against the mirror match. The extra banishing really helps. 1 Soul Drain. 2 Chain Disperance. This is good against BA and the new Ritual Beasts. On the topic of the new decks, like Ritual Beasts, this is really the only card I can think of that actually will work against it. Non-fusion area does not work against it because it's all contact fusion. It's very hard for me to actually to find anything actually to side against it. For the most part, this all works fairly well against all the tier decks. We have 3 Fairy Wind and 3 Shadow Imprisoning Mirror, just like before. Oh yeah, and 2 Curse Seal. This is very good. This is the key in the mirror match. Because if you stop either one of the ritual spells, you can stop their game easily. Alright, moving on to the extra, guys. We are still with 2 Herald of the Arclight. 2 Vulcan of the Divine. It actually should be 1 Vulcan and 1 Tempest Magician. I actually traded away one of the Vulcans. But any 2 level 6s will do. Any 2 generic level 6s. 1 Shooting Quasar Dragon. 1 Phantom Fortress. I've run into many situations where I've gone into double Trishula, and sometimes it's just nice to go into that extra banish, and sometimes the extra 200 points can really be nice. You're not going to go into him a lot. He's just kind of there in case you need him. We have Mecha Fortress. Mecha Phantom Beast Dragosack. I'm getting my names wrong on you guys. Big Eye, 101, Castile, Rubik, Gaga Cowboy, Acid Golem, Giga Brilliant, and Alucard. For the most part, with the extra deck, you're really going to go into the level 3s for the most, and Gaga Cowboy. You'll sometimes go into the other level 4s. Rubik, for example, was really good in the mirror match for the banishing. He's good against pretty much any deck, actually. But, that is the deck, guys, for the new format of January 2015. And for those of you who are wondering, no, I am not running the Volk, the Attack Negator, and the Draw Power card. I don't like it at all. I think if you don't get it turn 1, it's useless, and it's nothing but a dead draw. Quite frankly, I think the tour guide is just as much of a good searcher as him. But other than that, there's the deck. Alright, guys. I'll be heading off for you. As I said before, Happy New Year to you all. I hope you all had a happy holidays. And I hope you love the deck.